Hey guys, we're back. This is DS Luigi Mansion. I know we're on 100cc guys. I apologize, but this race was too good to pass up. And also what's unique about this race is that we're starting in first place. Oh yeah, baby. First place has a lot of advantages because you're able to guarantee a front run if you play smart. Now, however, I won't say first place is always a guaranteed front run since there is the blue shell, which will inevitably come. So I think our strategy should be for this race is since we're starting in first, we want to back spam as much as possible, especially on tight corners, so that players are either forced to go wide or get hit, and we're able to gain a just enough of a lead so that if we do get blue shell, we don't lose a ton of positions because of it. That should be our game plan. Alright, let's go for an item box. I get bumped, which is unfortunate. Okay, we have a red shell. Now, we could probably be able to hit someone here since I don't think the red shell is going to take so long that it's going to be end up breaking on the corner here. Since once you're inside the mansion, there's a really sharp blind corner. I think there's two sharp blind corners once you're in the mansion. So it won't probably break on one of those since we still have pretty much of a good straightaway before the red shell ends up having to start turning. So we should throw it right now, which we do. And we end up hitting Funky, who was vulnerable, had no defensive item. There's a bomb, so we have to go wide to avoid this as well. Bomb just came out. Alright, we go wide, we avoid it easily. That's good. Alright, we have 4 races in front of us. 2 here, 2 here. There's 5 item boxes here. So we're guaranteed to at least get 1 item, and we don't have to wait. That's good. Alright, so we now have a star chain, which is very interesting since the fact that the 30-second mark hasn't happened yet, where the shot could now be in play. And also there's a very low chance that there's a player that's going to touch these boxes right here, the boxes we just touched, after 30 seconds. Since the majority of races are literally right behind us, maybe this guy might grab the item box past 30 seconds, but it's a very low chance, I would say. So chaining it here, especially when you're in 4th place, is kind of a bad choice, considering the fact you want to save it for maybe a shock dodge and gain a huge lead in 1st place, so that when the blue shell comes, you don't lose a bunch of positions or not lose any at all. Okay, triple green shells. Now, we don't want to activate them yet. Well, we should activate them to give players behind us some space, since they definitely don't want to bump into us if they see we have triple green shells. Now, we don't know what these 2 players have. They still haven't exposed their items yet. So we're going to have to wait and see if they have any items. So that way we can decide how to best use our green shells. To hold them or to spam them, trying to get extra positions on lap 1. Okay, we spam them out immediately since I realized that there's a lot of players behind us. So if they see me having green shells, they're going to give me some space. Right, they're going to go wide. They're going to try to avoid me since they don't want to get hit by the green shell. Okay, Yoshi throws a red shell. So now we know Yoshi ended up getting a red shell from the item box and is now defenseless. So we can maybe throw a green shell and maybe try to hit Yoshi. But I don't think it's worth it here because we're pretty much still in lap 1. And we're in a high position, I would say. So I don't think it's worth it to try to take out Yoshi right now. But now we know he's vulnerable, and the next set of item boxes is pretty far away. So, but he think he's trying to get someone who he knows is vulnerable as well, which is the guy with the star, right? The guy with the star chained for a fib. He doesn't have any defense for this. He's gonna get destroyed, and he gets destroyed. And because Miles Luigi saw Yoshi use the red shell, he also knows Yoshi's defenseless. So he activates his triple red shells and tries to hit Yoshi and take out 2 racers. See? If you just wait it out, sometimes you get to see people end up getting destroyed by silly mistakes such as this. Honestly, Yoshi should have waited to see what this guy had because he prematurely threw a red shell in knowing that this guy doesn't have any defenses. But he didn't know what he had. He ended up having 2 red shells, and now Yoshi's going to get knocked out. This is good for us. And now he's probably going to be holding these, especially since now he's in 2nd place. And he has no purpose of taking out 1st right now since it's still lap 1. And the blue shell is probably be coming soon, or will end up happening in this race more than likely. So I'm also going to hold my green shells and maybe spam them once I see he's exhausted his resources, or just hold him just in case people end up getting too close to me and they bump into me and then they get hit by a green shell. Alright, we now know this guy used a shortcut, maybe a shroom or something, so he's defenseless, but we don't want to take him out just yet. Missed the item box. Funky Kong ends up hitting one of our green shells. Now we got two. He probably notices as well. Okay. Miles Luigi, or I think it's Luigi, back spams a red and attempts to maybe hit me or Funky. We don't really know. I think it's probably me, since the fact that there's a pretty good chance that he could hit me. Since one of my green shells is now gone, there's a chance the red shell could hit me and I get hit by one of the green shells. It's a risky play to gain extra distance, but he doesn't really mind since he still has an extra red shell for defense against my two red shells, right? He ends up hitting a tree, so now he's probably gonna use his last red shell. Yeah, he uses his last red shell to try to see if he can take me out, but my green shell blocks it. Now we still got one green shell. Okay, we're now approaching lap 2, and we have a green shell still. We can maybe back spam this to try to get a little bit of an extra lead. Let's see how it goes. I back spam it. Let's see if I get the hit. Okay, as you can see, Daisy's arm wins up, meaning that I did hit someone. This is good. Oh my god. Okay, guys, it's time to do quick fact of the day, or not quick fact, quick tip of the day. Putting a fake item box in front of a real item box only works against CPUs, guys, okay? For human players, this does not work. It's so obvious a spot. Look at this. Oh my god, why did they place that? You know, I don't want to like crap on other players, but come on, guys. Really? Really? No one's gonna fall for this, dude. I bet you this still gonna be here lap 3. If it's not there, that's gonna be very sad. Okay, I got a fib. I should back spam this on these blind corners coming up. As you can see, either here or maybe the next blind corner, which is somewhere over here, to gain a little bit more of a lead. Okay, back spam. Let's see if I get a hit. Daisy's arm wins up again. We got a hit. Man, we're doing really good this race so far, huh? Now, because of these 2 hits, we end up having a little bit of a small lead now. As you can see, there's a distance between me and Yoshi, and there's a little bit of a bigger lead between Daisy, first place, and me. So first and second pretty much have a little bit of a breakaway right now. A small breakaway, mind you, but Blue Shell can definitely take our lead out. I'm gonna hold my green shell just in case the red shell ends up coming here, since there's a POW though. So the POW, let's see who it affects. Alright, affects everyone right here, I believe. So only affects half the racers. So I know it's okay to be defenseless, since these guys won't be getting items until they reach my current location when the next set of item boxes are. So we're pretty much safe for now. Again, we're getting a banana. We want to hold it just in case a red shell comes. Now approaching lap 3, and a blue shell hasn't come yet, or the lightning. They're probably gonna come right now, huh? Yep, there's the blue shell. So that person's lead is gone, and the shot comes. Man, that's a wombo combo, I would say. Being in second place is the safest position to be in MKWii, because the blue shell does not affect you, and you can snag really cheesy first place finishes by trying to stay in second and then having first get destroyed by the shock, the blue shell, and any other combos that come our way. Now, I would have comboed this guy, but I didn't have any items because the shock just happened. Unfortunately, he was blue shelled and shocked before the item boxes, so he will have a defensive item by the time we catch up to him. We got to be very careful. Alright, we have a fib. We should drag this out immediately because we're really close to the Daisy that got blue shelled. If that Daisy sees we have a fib, Daisy's gonna give us space and doesn't want, and probably will go wide, and we're able to maintain our first place. Right, we drag it out immediately. Now what does Daisy have? Okay, I don't know if you saw that for that brief second. Let's see, let's go back. It was a green shell. Alright, you saw that? That was a green shell that came up. So now we know this person has a green shell, not a red shell, meaning that we're safe since the red shell can't hit us even though we're dragging a Fib. Fib doesn't block against a red shell. So we want to hold this, maybe backstab it here. And we see Daisy's arm went up. We end up getting the Daisy. Really good. This is excellent. And then the POW happens. So now Daisy that just got hit also has a POW, meaning that they couldn't gain momentum during that brief period of time. This is excellent for us. We now have a small lead. Okay, now we got 2 bananas, which is good. Just in case triple red shells do come, we can block all of them. And it's pretty much a perfect first place, I would say. Only a blue shell can prevent us from getting first. We still get a high position even if we do get blue shelled. Alright, let's backstab our bananas, whatever. There we go, first place, guys. If you want to see more of these, let me know. If you like this type of content, subscribe. Otherwise, don't. This is a pretty interesting race. Hopefully, I have more races just like this. There's a lot of things going on. Take care, guys.